Well, hey, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me, Bobby. I made a mistake. I started I put this thing is kids is for kids, then I didn't get the chat box. So I had to go back, turn it off. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me, Miss Smart's kid. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. So, Miss Audrey, I'm going to make you a moderator because I totally need a moderator and I see you all the time. So, there you are. You can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live and also standards, whatever. Yeah, deal. Okay. Hey, Miss Sunshine, you are next. I'll make you a moderator too. Okay. So I just had to come out. I wrote a letter to my mother, which I am going to read at the end of all this because, I believe in saying my truth and standing on my truth. It is too traumatic for me to go through what I am going through, seeing the end of her life the way I am seeing it. So I just decided to come and talk death with all you all and explain to you what I am seeing and how I now understand death. After that, I will read the letter to my mother because my ancestors said I can say what I want to her in any way, shape, or form. They gave me free reign to say whatever I wanted to say because this is the last time I will talk to her in the living. So this is like a letter, a dear mommy letter at the end. But first, we will talk about. Thank you so much, mommy. We will thank you so much, Miss J Music USA. Thank you so much. My ancestors said I gotta, I decided to do it. My ancestors, they gave it thumbs up. Okay, because this last night, no, this morning, because I didn't sleep until like 5 a.m. because I was doing air. I was doing the air oil. So I went to bed at around 5:30. And then my mother has been coming to me as Barack Obama. Okay. I'm glad I'm laughing, but my mother is a hardcore, dark skilled practitioner. To the last count, she killed about 300 live human beings before she retired. Okay, she and her coven, they retired. I'm talking about my mother, Chitandara Ellen. Okay, she killed about 300 people before she and her coven retired. A little bird tells us that they didn't retire, they died. Her coven died. My mother and her sisters, dark skilled practitioners, and of course, I feel they inherited it from their mother, my grandmother, whom I adored. But my mother and her sisters, dark skilled practitioners, all of them, Chitandara, Juliet, Roslyn, Dorcas, who is dead, and Hosanna. Yeah, they were fucking people up all day. Hi, little Georgie. You're gonna see me here from now on. I'm never gonna use that other channel again, except to tell people that this is where I'm now at. I am used to the struggle, babies. I am used to the struggle. I'm used to starting from zero. Okay, so I'm a zero right now. You love the wig. Thank you so much, mommy. So my mother, a dark skilled practitioner who did a lot of fuckery to a lot of people, but I'm not here about the fuckery that she did to other people. I'm here. Oh, thank you, J Music. I'm here to close the chapter with my mother. This is her funeral, guys. This is her funeral. I am giving her her funeral because I will not attend her funeral and I will not go to her grave. Now, if you all remember what was said when I was told you are a sangoma, I was also told that the greatest light comes from the darkest darkness. A light in the cave, a light in the darkest place. That's how the God of the Bantu does what he does, right? My mother, my condolences, Gogo. I am really well. I'm not sorry. I will mourn my mother, but I am not sorry. A little Georgie, I am not sorry. Okay. As you will see after I read my personal and private letter to her, I know she will get it because she watches me, and so do her children and everybody. If I email it, she won't get it. So this is real. I'm not playing. This is real life playing out in front of you. I'm not like those couples. I'm playing real life because I know that I'm watched by her entire family and they will take the message to her because I am not going to her funeral and I will never go where she is buried. This is where it ends. Today. Today, I'm holding a funeral for my mother, and you have all arrived to her funeral. Okay. But first, before I do that, I just want to share with you the horrors that I have been going through. Okay. The darkest darkness is about to leave the physical realm and go back where she came from. She didn't want to go back where she came from, but she is going back where she came from. I first started by seeing her. I'm gonna let it out, baby girl. You know me. I'm gonna let it out because she came to me this morning and talked to me. And I'll also share that conversation with you. That's when I realized, oh my gosh, she truly is leaving because truth and my mother are strangers. Okay. My mother and truth are strangers. Okay. They don't know each other. But she came to me with truth. And I realized, oh my God, it's real. She's truly going. And also what I am seeing. Should we light? No, do not light no candle. Go. Okay. No, gold hearted. Do not. I might mourn, and I'm mourning right now with you. This is the Bantu way of mourning. This is it. You get your people together. You get your peeps together and you mourn. I'm mourning. But light a candle to 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 remove any stuff that she's left behind, to cleanse her energy from the physical. Yeah, please do that because I'm going to do that. Anyway, I have been having a horrible time. In August, I saw my uncle Pamire. He was at the northeast. I think it's northeast because I face the south. So it was at the southeast. Oh, hold on. South, north, east, west. Okay. So he was at the southeast and he was building a road of thorns. He had another cousin with him. And I said, "What are you doing?" This was August. You got to follow me. I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm building the road for your mother. She's about to come." And I said, "That's not a road." Because, guys, literally, thorns, huge thorns. He was just putting thorns. And then I started crying. So I mourned my mother in August. Okay. I said, "This can't be a road." And he said, "No, don't cry, niece. This is her road to her home. This will actually bring her comfort because of familiarity. Familiarity. She's familiar with these thorns. She's familiar with all this shit. So as soon as she steps onto the road, she will feel calm. She will feel happy because she knows she's going home." So that was around August. Then I watched it around September. Then I stopped paying attention because, bitches, you can't keep on paying attention to that shit, right? He told me it's going to take a long time. Okay. It's going to take a long time to build the road and for her to come. So don't cry now. It's going to take a long time. I wasn't crying because, "Oh, mommy dearest." No, bitches. I was crying because I never got closure with my mother. Hi, Kim. I never got closure, and I needed closure. I needed to see my mother's face, and I needed her to tell me in the real, anything at all, anything at all. And I needed to sit across from her because she had secrets to do with my dad, my biological dad. I needed her to tell me face to face. I wanted closure. Okay. I wanted closure. So I was crying. It has to hit you on a personal level because your shepherd is always similar to you. God doesn't put someone who hasn't walked a similar path with you in order to help you. So I hope it does because I am here, my naked self, just lipstick and a wig because my ancestors insisted on that. I am here with you being very, very raw. Okay. I wanted closure, sisters. I wanted closure. I felt like if I get closure, I will be able to deal with what is left of my life. I really thought so. I think deep in my heart, and I'm being open and honest with you, I wanted her to say she was sorry. I wanted her to say, "I am sorry for all the juju I threw at you, for being Barack Obama in your dreams and closing off your relationships, for being jealous of your gifts, for abusing physically." Yes, she really abused me. The first person to beat my ass was my mother when I was 6 years old. She kept me from going to school. Then she beat the shit out of me. I was so short. Then she made me stand on a stool in order to wash the dishes. I had never been treated like that by any other energy. But I always hated her. I hated her from the moment as a sentient being I realized that she was my mother. We appreciate. Thank you, Miss Audrey. It's for all you all. Okay, I'm so glad you're telling us about this because I mean exactly. So it's like, yeah, she hated me. She hated me from birth. So I wanted closure. I wanted her to apologize to me. I wanted her to say, "I'm sorry." And I wanted her to mean it. Okay. It didn't happen. It did not happen. She didn't tell me about my biological father. She's done it now. She did it this morning. She didn't tell me about my biological father. She did not tell me why she lied all these fucking years to me about a different man, the man who raised me being my dad when he wasn't. She didn't. She didn't tell me because she's a coward. She's not only a fucking liar and a killer. Yes, she's a killer. She has killed hundreds of people. She's a killer. She did not only do that, okay, but she's also a coward. You are the biggest coward that ever lived, Chitandara. You are a fucking coward. Okay? You're a coward. So the road got finished, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I was living my life. And the road hit the southwest so fast. And I said, oh my God, it's already there. And Uncle Pamire was no longer there. And then I spent time wondering how this road works because it's supposedly a one-way street. So I was wondering, so where is my mother going? Where is she coming from and where is she going? She's coming from the east, the southeast. Now, I need you all to remember the south, okay? Because that's where God lives. Hi, Nina. That's where God lives. God lives in the south. So my mother is coming from the southeast and she's making her way to the southwest. Again, remember, God lives in the south, right? So then I was like, so how is this, then I was told a person just walks the road once. You don't walk it more than once. You walk it from where you are coming from and you go to, your designated home by God. So I said, so where am I now? And they said, you are in the north. The life you are in right now is the north. You are in hell, hath no fury. That's why you went through all that shit that you went through. I will tell you what's in the southwest. Give me time. You are heading to the south. When your road is built, it will begin from the north and go to the south, where God resides. Okay. Southeast is where my mother was coming from. To be born and to reside in the southeast, that's like God has done you the best he can do for you. Okay. It shows that you are special to him in some way. You got something going on there. Okay. The east is where all life comes from. So God has said to you, everything, all possibilities are yours. Okay. The east is the rising sun as well as the rising of people. Everybody who is born comes either from the east straight up, the southeast, or the southeast or west east. Okay, you come from one of those directions. Okay, or northeast. The east is where you come from, and the west is where you go when you are dead. Okay, you go to the west. So my mother is going to the southwest. She is going to a place that's really close to the south. Okay, it's really close to the south, but it's not the south. So I accepted that. Okay, I was told that by my ancestors and I accepted it. And then yesterday, her soul from the southwest stepped onto the road. So basically, the road is built for your soul. Remember, when you come into the world, only 10% of you comes into the world, the other 90% remains where it is. I read souls because, bitches, I'm actually reading that 90%. I can't be bothered with reading the 10%. I read the 90% because the 90% is controlling what you do. It's controlling your actions. They are not on the ground, but they are controlling your actions, your choices, your decisions. You do have a slight autonomy, but the autonomy is very, very slight indeed. So the road was being built for my mother's soul. Okay? She stepped on that road yesterday from the southwest, heading to the southeast to pick up her 10%. Okay? She's not going to make the journey back. When she makes it to, she's already there. She's in the southeast. When she makes it to her quarry, which means my mother, she's already made it to my mother. She's been circling my mother for the last couple of hours. When she makes it, she is going to go inside my mother, either with her hand, and pull out her 10%. Yes, God wanted her to have an amazing life, and she fucked it up because she wants to be God. She wants to be God. She's too close to the power. Southwest, too close to the power. She wants to be God. Okay. So then her soul will pull out her fucking 10%, and then they will go. That's a road I haven't yet seen being built. But that road that I saw being built is for your soul. So, because I like dying, I started to look for my road to see if it had started. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I started looking for my road. So I kept looking to the north. I kept looking to the north to see if my road had begun. Okay. And my ancestor said, perish the thoughts. Perish the thought. You perish the thought. Yeah, forget it. Just, I admit that I kept looking, even though they said don't look, because I wondered if my soul that's in the south, if she will come to get me. Okay, that would be very nice of her if she can do that. Very nice. But my ancestor said perish the thought. So when you are about to die, this is the journey in the spiritual. Dying just doesn't happen, boom, just like that. We say, oh, this person died just like that. No, guys, takes since August. Okay, so now my mom saw that horrible looking thing is circling my mother, and the circle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller with every turn. I don't know why she's circling my mother, but it's getting small. Basically, they are about to meet, right? Mm, 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 mm. So my ancestors said, yeah, well, you can now tell her whatever you want. You can now say your goodbyes, and you can now say your goodbyes. You can now hold your own funeral where she is concerned, because we don't want her coming our way when she dies. We are so serious about that I've got tobacco in this plate, and I'm going to wash. And I'm going to do rituals with the tobacco after I'm done, so that when she dies, she doesn't pass by here. I'm not playing with her. Okay? I'm not playing with you, mom. I'm not playing with you. You are not coming to this address, because, like, it's almost like everybody who dies, they come my way. So, yes, this morning, my mother finally told me about my biological father. She came as Barack Obama. She I think I remember telling you guys, Barack Obama dumped me after years and years and years. He dumped me. That was my mother stopping me from having a marriage, because as long as I wasn't married, I belonged to her and she could do whatever she wanted with me. And she did. So she would always come as Barack Obama. Okay, tell me he loves me. To make sure that men are not interested in me and that they leave. Basically, she came to fuck up my romantic relationships, and she did. Men didn't see me as the woman that I actually am. They saw me the way Barack decided. So, I am standing. She came to me. I was standing with my ancestors. There's a place in Cape Town where the sky meets the sea. Okay, it's our place, my ancestors and I in Cape Town, where the sky meets the sea. So I was standing there with my ancestors, and then she came, and then she said, "Come," and then we drove. Yeah, she likes to drive. All her juju, she's in a car. Okay, she's in a car, right? So then we drove to this place where there were lots of mountains and greenery and farmland. It was beautiful. And then we walked in, and then there was Barack waiting for me. So obviously, her little, you know, the things that she works with in the dark world, they are the ones who came to get me. Then she was sitting there, very much Barack. And I was like, I thought you said we're never going to meet again. I mean, what's up with this, right? And then Barack pulled out a piece of paper and said, "Here." That's all I know about him. So I read. Thankfully, it goes with exactly what my ancestor said. Basically, she gave me my biological father's DNA. She told, and then she told me she didn't know him long enough or well enough. She wasn't that interested. She just wanted his money. So my mom prostituted herself to my dad for his money, for what he could give her. So what she knew about him is next to nothing. Any questions? I actually know more about my biological father than she does. Okay. Next to nothing. And this just goes to show, for all of you who were not raised by your fathers like me, okay? All of you were not raised by your fathers like me. And you say, well, why should I venerate my ancestors? I don't even know my dad. Would my ancestors even recognize me? Okay. Yes, romantic dreams are very bad. They are always bad. Okay. Will my dad even recognize me? I know that a lot of us are in my situation. Okay. And I understand why she came to me. Not just because she was dying, but about 3 days ago, I just realized that all my life I'd never been protected by any man who ever walked the earth. And then, I was lying on my bed and I was like, where is my father? Where is he? Every girl deserves her daddy's protection. Where is he? Instead, my ancestors showed me my half sister. I have a half sister, guys. I have a half sister in South Africa. She's very powerful. She's very wealthy. Okay, that's what my ancestors decided to show me instead. They decided to show me another daughter my biological dad had, and They say there she is. Okay, this is your half sister. Okay. So, what do you know about the nesting phase when people are about to die, when they clean their home? My mother is not gonna do that shit. Gonna, she's gonna do maid. She's gonna have she has maids. She has maids. She's not gonna do it. Okay, trust me. My mother didn't clean for anything. She never cleaned. Okay. So did you see how your sister is? Is she like you at all? Yeah, I looked her up. She's a very powerful woman in the ANC, in the ruling party of South Africa. She used to be in the government as a secretary, a cabinet minister. And she's short like me. She's short and she's not as chunky. She doesn't have a big booty like I do. I have a big booty, but she has do you know she wears power. Yeah, she wears her power. She's like, I am the bitch in charge. And the pictures I saw of her were official, where she is surrounded by her bodyguards, and she has a car. She has like a limousine. Yeah, that's do we have our faces are similar. If we stand next to each other, people can tell that we share a parent. Yes. Yeah, people can tell that we share a parent. So anyway, I got to they said there you go. So because I was missing my father and saying where is my father, she finally decided to, she came through. But I think my ancestors made her come through, and she told me she barely knew him. She barely knew him. She barely knew him, you guys. He was a casual fuck. A married woman had a casual fuck. She barely knew him, and she did not care for him like in a romantic way at all. She didn't, she didn't. Do you think she saw you? I was a mistake. Not she saw me as a mistake. I was a mistake. It is ghetto, girl. It is so ghetto. I was a mistake. I wasn't intended to exist, and she never forgave me for existing. Okay. She never forgave me. Do you think your sister knows about you? I don't think she knows, and I don't think she cares. She energetically, she's my opposite. Let me just tell you that before we start fantasizing. She can shoot a bitch and eat her dinner like it's nothing. Get it? She can shoot a bitch and then proceed, and then she will shoot you and then watch you bleed while she eats her KFC. Okay? That's the energy. She also has but she's pretty. She's very pretty. She is older than me by 8 years. By 8 years. She's pretty. She's older than me by 8 years. We've got the same skin complexion, same features. Same features. But she is energetically, she is the opposite of me. She will take you down and then she will eat her KFC. That is if she eats KFC, because she has a lot of money, and a lot of power. So basically, like my ancestors said, they don't have poverty. None of their babies are poor. I am the poorest. That's what they said. They said, you are the poorest. None of our babies are poor. None of them. Do you share ancestors like actively? I don't know. But my ancestors are her ancestors. Okay. Same ancestors, only I am the Sangoma and she isn't. She's the power broker. She's a powerful woman. She's a power broker. What did it say on that paper that your mother gave you? The three tribes that she assumed my dad was from, like addresses. So I'm gonna have to go there. When they were doing their due, he told her some things that I sort of allow her to pinpoint. But the reason that she did not tell me was because she couldn't tell me exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? She couldn't say, okay, these were his people, blah, blah, blah. She simply said to me, I'm giving you a starting point. Then you're going to have to find out the rest yourself. I noticed when God makes sisters, He makes them completely different. There are similarities in energy. I think it's the choices we made and the opportunities we got, if that makes sense. Between me and her, it's the choices we made and the opportunities we got. She obviously got more opportunities than I did. She yeah, she got more opportunities than I did. So let me just say, she benefited from being my father's daughter. I did not benefit. Let me just put it like that. I did not benefit. She did. Her life was very stratified. She always knew she was going to be in power one way or the other. She's a member of the ruling class of South Africa, and she always knew. So she was raised knowing that she's the bitch in charge. She's not married. Which is not unusual in South Africa. It's not unusual, but she's a mom. That's not unusual too, right? So I hope when you go to South Africa, you get, well, I have to work for it. Okay. Anyway, this is so any questions about death now that we have gotten to this point and I have told you what I am seeing? Any questions about death, guys? Now you can ask the questions. I would like to go. I really would like to go to South Africa, but I have to afford the lifestyle. What is it like to die? Well, for me, it was a great experience the first time. The second time, it was a horrible experience. But for me, the first time, it was a great experience. I don't believe my mother wants to go. She doesn't want to go. She feels like it's too soon. She feels like she still has plenty of fight in her. So there's that. She doesn't want to go. So it seems someone builds the road for you. Yes. Yeah. Somebody builds. I asked my ancestors who's gonna build the road for me, and they said your father. They said you will meet him when you die. He will build the road for you. Everyone says they see a white tunnel. I did not see a white tunnel. I have never seen a white tunnel on anyone who has died. I haven't. Even the one my neighbors who died, I didn't see it. Would this be her last time walking with you? My mother never walked with me. Oh, you mean this lifetime? I don't know. I hope not. That's why I've got my tobacco. We're gonna do some rituals right after this. I hope not. Um, so how long does it take for the road to be built? My big sister just passed. I'm at her house in her bed watching you. My sincere condolences, Mama. It takes about 5 months. It's not, even though she just passed unexpectedly, she was planned. It takes about 5 months. Okay. Is it possible to see where we come from in a dream? I have. So I can't imagine why you can't. Do roads get built for those who die suddenly in the nobody okay, guys, no one dies suddenly. Okay. Even if it's a car accident, even if they are shot, even if like a royal sister, uh, suddenly is to us the living. Her date of death is already written on a scroll in heaven. Your date of death is also written. No one dies suddenly. That's us saying, oh my God, then they just suddenly died. No, no, no. You die when you are supposed to, how you are supposed to. Like, I understand that, I remember you posted about Tina Turner when she passed, and there was someone that came to get her. Yes, somebody, my mother is being picked up by her father. So when my mother steps on the road, on her final road, my grandfather will be with her and he will walk with her. However, when I died the first time, I walked by myself. One of my cousins, my favorite cousin, walked with me, and then I walked the rest of the way by myself. So I'm assuming that's what my granddad is going to do as well. He's going to walk her to a certain point, and then she's going to walk by herself. When your soul takes the remaining 10%, what happens to your body? Well, it stops working because the soul is the battery that keeps your body doing this. Like right now, this is my soul doing that. So when that 10% is gone, the death may be yes, but the exactly ashes of Skittle. Do we see dead pets again? I've never seen a dead pet. I cannot say we don't see them again. I've just never seen, a dead pet. I have not seen, except hellhounds. I call them hellhounds. Okay, I call them hellhounds. They are some souls that have that are like dogs. Okay, let me just say it. There are some souls that I call them hellhounds. They are the ones who come into the world and give other people a hard time. I have I those are the dogs that I've seen, the souls, the hellhounds. I believe my dad was knew he was dying. He made preparations for us. He was a cheap man, but he made sure we're comfortable before he left. I do believe that everybody has an inkling. Who decides who meets you after you die? Good question. I don't, I got that the soul that loves you the most. Unless if you're an orphan like me, then it becomes the soul that puts me in this world in the first place. My dad, my biological dad. I believe, okay. Do you feel your mother will be reincarnated? That's on God, and I truly, as long as I'm not reincarnated as her daughter or her mother, I'm good. I don't want to meet that energy ever again. I'm understanding that she did what she was supposed to do. Okay. She acted according to how she was created to act. I understand that. I just don't. Is there a certain type of person that works around death? Hospice nurses, morticians. Well, isn't that Scorpios? Don't Scorpios do that kind of job? I think Scorpios, because they are dead, right? Dying and coming back, does that mean your soul changes its mind on the road? It means that there was no road. For me, my road was blocked and I was told to go back. Okay. My road was blocked. I couldn't get past the blockage. I was told to go back. But my mama's road is not going to be blocked. Okay. Okay, do we reincarnate as I have reincarnated as different races every time. What about ghosts and haunted houses? I do believe ghosts exist because most Christians are not collected. And you will find that ghosts are talked about in Christianity, okay, more than any other religion. Ghosts don't exist really, except in Christianity, because most Christians are not collected. They just roam around with the living. Most 99% of the Christians are not collected. They just roam around with the living. So they are the ghosts. Yeah, I'm sure they do because they are the ghosts. Every time I see an uncollected soul, because I don't call them ghosts, okay. Every time I see an uncollected soul, I know they are a Christian. I just know it. And if you go to my part of Africa, okay, you're not gonna see ghosts. You're not going to. But if you are in the West, the Western world, where Christianity is their true religion, you will see ghosts all the time. My grandpa said he saw my grandma. They are both Christians and very religious. Of course they are. They don't get picked up. Some Christians go back to, it's very complicated and I don't want to get into it because I'm not a Christian, but it's very complicated. Did death change how you see life? And if so, how? It made me hate life even more. I prefer death. It's made me hate life so very much. What about seeing dead relatives? What, the dream world is not a ghost. It's where souls meet and souls never die. Okay? So yeah, your chances of meeting a relative in the soul world are 100%. Why do we die? Well, go the body. Like my body is exhausted. The wear and tear on the body, the wear and tear on the body. And also, it's really God's will. Okay, God's will. God takes you out when your purpose is served. He takes you out. My mother's purpose has is served. She did what she had to do. All those hundreds of people that she killed is because God allowed it. She even said that to me. She said, I killed all those people and successfully so because God allowed it. God said I could. God said they could die. With you, He refused. He refused your death, and that's why you're still alive. Are our souls cleansed in death? No. I haven't seen. No. Do we have a say in our reincarnation? No. Like, what if we went in thousands of years? No. When I saw my mother's death road, I also saw four of my siblings' roads. They are attached to her. They move together. My mother had seven children altogether. Four of her children, they are in the same soul grouping and they move together. They go together. Okay, they go together. And so I saw four roads opening. One is going straight to the west. That's my half sister Angie. She's a demon because demons live to the west, and her road is demonic. Okay, the design of the road is demonic. She is next. And then there are three others whom I couldn't identify. One is going where my mother comes from, one is going straight to my mother, and their road is just black. There's nothing, it's just black, like, this is just black. And then two of my other siblings, they are going back to the east. So they are coming from the east and going straight to the east. Like there's a curve, east, straight to the east. two of them are going to the east. So yeah, so each one has their own, each one has their own road and their own place that they are going. So I asked my ancestors about the two that are going straight to the east, and my ancestors said they are going to be reincarnated right away. So it's like they died today, 3 days later they are being born to another woman. That's what my ancestors said. They said that is direct reincarnation. No waiting, no resting, no none of that shit. Direct reincarnation. Basically, yeah, direct. So they are in the middle of being directly reincarnated all the time, all the time. They get no rest. They get no rest. It's like a circle. But those are two. I don't know. I couldn't recognize the people who were building those roads, so I couldn't pinpoint which half sibling. Yeah, they're going to be recycled immediately. So my half sister Angie, she's going back to the demonic realm. Bye bitch. Yeah, bye bitch. And then there is one who is following my mother. She's going exactly where my mother is going. And then those two are going so each soul has its um own group of souls. Some don't. Some walk alone. In other words, your group of souls could be elsewhere. Like me, I'm fucking unique. My soul grouping is Trump. Okay? My soul grouping is Trump. Okay? And when you look at how I'm just starting new things, like starting this channel, and I'm just throwing myself there. That's basically what Trump is doing right now. He's just trying to fuck everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? So you do have a soul grouping. Sometimes you are fortunate or unfortunate to actually be living among your soul grouping, like my mother and her 4 children, or sometimes you are unfortunate and you are like me and Trump. Okay? Sometimes you're unfortunate. You're like me and Trump. So, do we remember all of our past lives when we die? No. The first thing you forget is the life you've left behind. Because I forgot mine. I forgot mine. God takes you to where you were whole before you were torn apart by circumstances and lives. When I died, I became a little 6-year-old girl. That's why you always see me depict myself as a little girl. Because when I died, so I didn't even remember that I was a mother. I didn't even remember it because I was a little girl and I forgot everything, So I'm waiting to see how my mother goes. I've seen how she came. So now I'm waiting to see how she goes. If you and Trump meet up in real life, will you guys like each other? And perhaps, well, we will like each other. That's no doubt. But will he give me millions? I don't think so. My ancestors are very contemptuous of the similarities that they see between my energy and Trump's energy. They do see similarities and they do point it out. They say, yeah, you come from the same barrel. You know what I'm saying? They are, yeah, but I don't think he will give me millions, but I believe we will like each other because we're siblings. Yeah. I have an aunt who passed away 3 years ago. For some reason, I feel her around me now. Maybe she doesn't want to go, so she's latched onto you. That is something you have to look at as a metaphysical scientist, because those who are not collected or those who are hiding, they latch onto the living and they hide behind them. If we forget our life, then what about dead people that visit their relatives? I think you may remember at some point. I don't think so. My ancestor said no, they are sent. Thank you. My ancestor said when that happens, it's because God has sent them. Okay, thank you for that. So God reminds them that, hey, you have a niece, you have a daughter, and they need to get this message. So go give it to them. That's why I stopped talking to my dad. He probably forgot I even exist by now. Well, okay, so I'm going to read my letter to my mother because I know that her relatives watch me and they will pass it on. I actually wrote a letter, but I'll probably get uh, off track. And when I'm done, you can all help me out or ask questions. I'm good with you asking me questions because this is the last time I'm going to talk to my mother in this realm. And no, not just in this realm, for eternity. For eternity. Okay. Well, talking about why we don't remember, I was told why we don't remember. I was told it's too pain. Our walk back would be so painful if we remember, like, oh my God, I left my son. Oh my God, I left my dog. Or it will be too painful. So our memories are wiped so that we have a peaceful journey, and we can reintegrate into the energies that we came from. It is out of compassion that God wipes us. But then, like my ancestor said, they will wake up a person if they need that person to send you a message. I'm glad because my heart is broken. I know, mommy. I know. I know. Just know that she's happy. You are the one who is going through the grief. She has forgotten all you are. She's happy. She's gone back where she came from. And as my uncle Pamire said, it doesn't matter how horrible the place where you came from is. It's still what your energy remembers, and it craves to be home. Okay, it craves to be home. So you could be going to hell. You could be a hellhound. Well, we don't have a hell. We, the Bantu, don't have a hell. But you know what I mean? It's still home. And it's still home. And you feel happy to be home. It's like, hey, I went on a vacation. Now I'm home. I mean, I vacation in hotels that are prettier than my apartment. My furniture is all from Goodwill. So, yeah, it's still my home though. I can breathe in my apartment. Right. So, anyway, this was I wonder if their roads are connected. Roads are not connected, but it's like my mom and her children. The roads are like this. They are not connected in any way. They are two separate roads heading in the same direction. Am I making sense, gold hearted? You walk your own road. That is why I say be you, be yourself, even in this. Yes, the roads are parallel. Be yourself because when you die, you're going by yourself, you're walking by yourself. So, okay, this message is for Barack Obama. Okay, because I didn't get a chance to reply. My mother had the hearts for Barack, obviously. So, here we go. Barack Obama gave me a tough time in my dreams. He was always fucking up my life. And I was like, what have I done to you, Barack? And Barack was always fucking me over, destroying my shit. And to know that Barack was my mother, is my mother, or, this message is for Barack Obama. Okay. Let me do this, guys. It's important that I do this. Before you leave, I feel it is important to say my goodbyes, to tell you how it felt and feels to be your daughter. Thank you. For my face, I really love it. And my hands, everyone loves my hands. Thank you for my tenacity, determination, all from you. For my ability to use my hands in creation. You taught me how to sew and knit. Watching you make your own soaps was a great learning tool for my future. Now I make my own shit from scratch. A child learns from the exposure she is given by her parents. Thank you for exposing me into using my hands. Thank you for my father and my forefathers. Thank you for my ancestors. They take very good care of me. I love them more than anything. I'm not gonna lie. I have been waiting for you to die for a very long time. I felt my life would be better if you were gone, but I was wrong. You're here, and my life is good. It's not the life I wanted or envisioned, but it's a good alternative. It helped me get away from you, which was my primary driving force. So this life did what it was supposed to. You are my worst enemy, the first person I ran away from, and I haven't stopped running. I never seemed to make it out the door where you were concerned, though. I literally failed to get away from you. It was you who finally ran from me. I thank you for that as well. I was never going to let you go, no matter what, because you were also my first love. It was your heartbeat, your voice, your feelings that I first felt, heard, touched. I was going to keep on trying to build a bridge despite everything because that's my nature. Thank you for letting me go. It was the best thing you ever did for me. You caused me a lot of pain, physical, emotional, psychological, grief, the greatest loneliness. You surrounded me with evil people. You outdid yourself with Agnes, Makita, and Misty. That was great work. Congratulations on finding the hellhounds. You broke my romances, destroyed my womanhood, swallowed my future babies, and disabled the one I gave birth to. You took away my sisters, my house, my money, my car, my son's legacy. You stole from my son. You destroyed me. You succeeded. Congratulations. God gave you a baby, an unusual baby, unlike any of your other children. He gave me to you under the oath of motherhood. Every woman who gives birth is under the same oath to love, protect, guide their offspring. With me, you broke your oath to God a million times. He gave you a whole soul and you broke it, tore it apart, took the pieces you wanted because you thought God was wrong. You thought you were better than God. You broke his plan, and in doing so, brought me so much pain and loss. So much pain. My pain can build 1,000 roads to Zimbabwe and back to Canada. The funny thing is, he knew you would do that. He knew you would do it because he made you that way. He made you the destroyer on purpose. He knew you would do it, and you did a great job. Congratulations. I don't forgive you. Not right now. My heart is broken. Instead, I lay my pain at God's feet because He says everybody has a choice. You have the right to choose. He expected you to do what you did to me, but He hoped you would make a different choice. So I lay my pain at His feet because He's stupid. Okay. He can forgive you on my behalf if He sees fit. I will accept His will, as always. I can't forgive you because it's not in me to forgive you. Not right now. Perhaps with time and understanding, I might. I wish you a good journey back to your home. Please don't pass by me on your way. I know you said everything you needed to while on this earth with me. I have had my say now. I'll be building a bridge between me and you so that if you are a little tempted, don't do it. No detours to me. Please don't come to me. I don't want to see you or talk to you. If I go before you, my words still stand. Don't come to me in any way. Let's keep it as it is today. Our time together is done. I wish you a happy journey to your home. You came, you saw, you did. Now I know that my extended family will happily share this with her. Please share it with her. I've had my say. And thank you guys for letting me have my say. Comments? Okay. Comments? You liked it? I tried very hard to understand that God doesn't change templates and God created her to be who she is. And um, well, she is who she is because God created her to be that. Kind of wanted to cry. Oh, thank you, Gold Hearted. I tried. I tried. It reminded me of my relationship with my mom. She did give me a beautiful face, guys. She did. I clearly take my teeth from my dad, but she gave me a beautiful face. You know, towards my own mother, it helped give me perspective. I am so glad I do for me so that you can do for you. I I do. I am not ready to forgive her. I may never be ready, but that's okay. I have put it in God's hands. If God can forgive her for how she treated me because she broke the covenant between herself and God, then I am okay with God forgiving her if He can forgive her. But she just replied that we shall not meet again. She shall not, yeah, she just replied right now. She shall not come back for at least 300 more years. Oh my God. She said, I'm sorry for what I did to you. I wanted to be you. Don't you see what you have got? You have got so much. Who doesn't want to be you? Everyone wants to be you. I thought if I broke you, I could be you. She just, yeah, there you go. I'm not ready to accept your apology. She says, you will never be ready. You will never be ready. As long as you understand why I did it. I understand, and I don't understand right now. Maybe in the future I will. I don't understand the jealousy of a mother towards her own offspring. I don't understand it. Wow, I didn't expect an answer. I did not expect an answer. I got one. I got one. She says she's ready to go. She did not achieve what she wanted. What she wanted was great wealth. She was born in poverty and immediately understood that only money made her happy. She's talking, she's replying. Only money made her happy. In her eyes, there was very little she could do to make the type of money she needed and wanted to live the kind of life she needed and wanted. And so she saw me, and she said she was told by all these sangomas and all these witch doctors and everyone, they told her that I am a gold mine, that God just went above and beyond where I was concerned. That, oh, that I came from a special place where God resides and that I have everything. And at once it made sense for me to take it from you and give it to my favorite children because I loathed you. I loathed you because I loathed your father. He did not give me what I wanted the most, which is what? A life out of poverty. I thought he was going to take me with him. He did not give me a life out of poverty. I loathed him. So obviously, I loathed you. And I'm sorry. I should have accepted that your metaphysical wealth was yours and yours alone. Please don't come through when you die. Say she will not. As long as you don't come to my grave, I will not come to your grave. I will not lay flowers. I will not. He says that's fine. Okay, guys. I'm done. This was way better than I thought. I'm laughing because I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry. I am not going to cry. I am not going to cry. Not this time. I got my apology. Yes, ma'am. I got my apology. I got it. She laughs. He says, that's because I'm ready to go. I don't want to go, but I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready for you to go. I've been ready for years. I've been ready for years. I have been ready for years. I have been. I have been. I am not going to be a hypocrite. I am not going to be a hypocrite. Yeah, Queen Wave. I'm not a hypocrite. I will never be a hypocrite. I will stand on my truth. I am ready. I am ready. Thank you, Clarity. I love your name, Clarity. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Next week, Monday, we are going to do um we're going to do a fundraiser for the young lady who has cancer. We're going to start her fundraiser next week, Monday, and I will just be sending money to her PayPal account. I reached out to her several times. I got nothing but silence. So she is really ill. She's fourth stage, fourth stage. That's really so I'm just we're just gonna put money into her PayPal so that she has some, whether she reaches out to me or not. It's I don't want to say too much about her because she is also on her journey, right? But yeah, I will cry. I will cry, but not no. I'm holding it. I'm holding it. You know, it's things like this that make me realize that my mother is truly leaving. Okay, things like this, that she listens to what I'm saying in the spiritual and then she replies and then she apologizes. This is not her. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? This is not her. She just said it again. I wanted to be you. This is not her. This is her taking her final steps. This is her taking her final steps. So, yeah, it is that. Okay, I have to go, guys. Thank you so much for holding me down, for being here with me. You're always holding me down, bitches. Thank you all so very much. And I'll stop looking for my road. I'll stop looking for my road instead, because I'm now actually starting to lose weight. So in April, I'll start dating, and then I will bring the perspectives to you guys to say, okay, what about this one? What about that one? Okay, what about this one? So that I do it with you. I'll even show you when I'm getting dressed for the date, okay? Because I gotta hold on to life. I gotta ground myself to life. I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I always want that road to open. So I gotta do it. So I'll do that in April. But on Monday, please spread the word. Please share my channel, my new channel. I'll also put adverts on my old channel to let them know that I am now here, because we really need to send some love and some money to our girl who has stage 4 colon cancer. We need to send her some money. We need to show her love, not just by words, but by actually doing. Okay, you can't wait for April. My ancestor said, go out. We've got a man for you. You just need to go out. You just need to date. We got a man for you. But I think my weight was keeping me oppressed when it comes to that. But now that I'm actually seeing a little bit of movement, I think I will feel much better about myself and go out there. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Please share my new channel.